Well, that was my single, Larson press, 255. Got to move super well. We're going to do some back off sets of 185. So it's day 29 of our prep. It's our secondary deadlift day. So like always, we're going to do our Larson. Then we're going to do some axle bar deadlift. Then we're going to go over some other stuff that I kind of built and stuff like that. So I don't know which one I'm going to try out first, to be honest with you, but we're going to try them out. We're going to see how this goes. That Larson press moved fairly well, I think. I'm keeping in line with what my triples are on bench, so Ooh. Everything, for the most part, has been moving super well. And I don't mean that like I anticipate a big setback, because I hope that there's not. But everything, I think, is moving super well. Everything's progressing exactly how it should. Everything's moving how it should. Our weights are going up. It feels more comfortable. I can feel through each week of each block, I can feel my fatigue build more and more and more, and then obviously get cut. And that's what you want. Like, you kind of want to feel a little bit more beat up week in and week out. Like, you shouldn't feel fresh every single week of your training. If you're fresh every week of your training, you're missing somewhere. You're not going hard enough here. You're not going hard enough there. Whatever it is. But you should feel like block one should be like towards the end of that, or week one of your block, that towards the end of it, you should feel pretty fresh. But by the end of that block, you should feel a little beat, because that's what we're doing for the peaking too. What you want to do is you want to feel kind of like crap the farther and farther it goes along. That way, whenever the fatigue rate at the end is cut, it actually is cut. And then you can go into the meet and actually do very well. So any meet that I've done, I don't even feel that confident at the meet. I kind of feel like I can move the weight, but I don't feel like it's going to be easy. I feel like it's going to be tough. And it ends up not being. It ends up being the absolute opposite. Things end up moving very well. By the time I get underneath the bar, I feel great. Things start flying up or whatever. But everything so far on this prep is going super well. Honestly, too, this Larson press, I'm using it so much like a primer for what tomorrow is going to be for doing my close grip, which is technically my secondary bench day, because Payne and Larson are more like primers, or just like almost like an after. But I don't care too much how these progress. I just want close grip in my main comp, obviously, to progress my comp more than anything. But using this Larson as like a primer for the day before is huge, like huge. I've heard through the years of a lot of people doing this stuff, and I never really quite got how to do it, or like what the purpose was. But coming in sometimes and doing whatever exercise you're gonna do it the day before. And honestly, you could do exactly what you're gonna do, just lighter. But I've seen a lot of people do like a single as a primer for the day before, and then like the day after they're doing like triples or doubles or fours or fives or whatever it is. But coming in and hitting a single on a variation that's harder, that bit inherently helps you with load management, but still getting good like stimulus out of it. Like today, after this, I know I'm gonna feel a little sore in my pecs from this. Even my triceps, like I got a little bit of a pump in my triceps, and I really didn't do that much. I mean, I did a top heavy single, and I did a 3x4, and I still got like a slight pump. And I know coming in tomorrow, I'm gonna feel like a little sore in those areas, and for some reason, it just makes my bench like explode. Makes my close grip just like pop off my chest, very, very, very fast. You know something I saw yesterday, just like out in the wild by myself, was on YouTube, on a short, same thing like I talked about, our last training vlog, about just like hate comments almost, where it's just like, what was the point of this, dude? Like, I don't know, it wasn't helpful, you weren't constructive, like you can hide it under the fact of like, oh, I'm just trying to help, like as much as you want, but it ain't helpful, man. But I saw a dude and I saw a squat. It was like a leg day. And he had like cut depth on his squat. And I was like, immediately, I was like, this dude's going to get absolutely flamed in the comments. And he did. But it's like two guys that are basically like commented, like, this isn't it, bro. Like, you need to like figure it out. Like, okay, what are we talking about? Dude? Like, what are we doing here? Because like there's a point in my head where I'm like, I have no clue why this guy is training. Like, he might not even care about depth. Like, there is a point where it's like, if you're not powerlifting, like, there might be good arguments to make of like, do you have to bury your squat? Like, we can sit here and talk all day about like whether it's more optimal or this or that or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I see a lot of pro athletes that are very explosive, that are very athletic, that do not go past depth in their squats, and a lot of times they even cut at like depth, at parallel. I don't know, are we really going to argue about that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, we all train for different reasons, we all have different ways we train, we all have different things, you know? Like, part of me is like, this dude for real could have had a problem to where something, it really impinges him from hitting depth. And this dude's commenting below, this isn't it. Like, that's crazy to me. My strap. This small part of me, like everybody else, like when people are inherently negative directly to you, there's always a part of me that then like wants to come back with negative comments. And I saw this guy, and he handled it positively as well. He handled a lot of times like how I do when somebody comments, honestly, just some like negative stuff out of nowhere. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take that in consideration. Thanks for the feedback. Whatever. And you kind of move on. So, like, I don't know. I respected that. I thought that was, like, what you're supposed to do, man. I think you're supposed to, like, just blow that stuff off. Just so, oh, okay, thanks. Have a good day. Like, you know, I don't think it needs to be anything more than that. But, I mean, dude, it's just crazy to me that some of these people are honest to God they'll comment underneath your stuff and go, you need to do this better. They haven't posted a single thing of one of their lifts. So they haven't put themselves out there for scrutiny, for people to critique their form, you know, for one, for two. Whether, I understand that some people just don't want to, in general. But there's a small part of me that's like, you just don't want to post your lifts because your numbers aren't good either. And like, you think that like by you commenting underneath my stuff about how my form needs work, but I haven't seen anything of yours, it kind of creates like this like false safety of like, well, I can't be critiqued. Like, that's how it feels. Like, that's honest to God, that's how it feels to me. It feels very like, well, I'm not gonna show you what's wrong with my stuff, but I'm gonna point out everything that's wrong with your stuff. And that's crazy to me. Deadlift, great example. Every time I post a deadlift video, I get a bunch of people, oh, stop running your back, stop running your back. Dude, whatever. Like, we can go through, and we can pull up one of these days just some videos of some deadlifters, tested, non-tested, doesn't matter, that are built very similar to me, long torso, short arms, short legs, and creating a bit of like upper back, intentional roundness in our upper back, makes it to where I'm not this stiff back guy that's so far over the bar that I can't sit back without squatting back to the bar. And like, it's an intentionally rounding. It's an actual technique. It's an actual thing that we can do if it's intentional. Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter like how I explain myself or, you know, honestly, like how I feel about it. No one cares. Like, no one's going to care enough about it to like pay attention, because all they're going to do is be like, oh, well, my form doesn't look like that. Well, post your stuff. Like, let me see your form, and let me see you do more weight, the same weight, or under the weight, but just under the weight as mine. And I want to see that your form is impeccable, with no breakdown, with no deviation from a textbook stuff. And you better be built the exact same way that I'm built. You better not show me a video of you long, gangly arm dude that like arms are down to his knees already, and it has like a long torso or a short torso, these long legs, and be like, well, I can do it like this. Like, no, yeah, no crap. You're wildly built different than me. We're not the same. We're not built the same. We don't have the same leverages. There's a point where like, bro, we're just not the same. Let it go. And like to that guy yesterday that I saw, who was like a leg day, leg day was great. It was great. He did some squats, did some Olympic lifts, leg extensions, leg curls. They look nice. Some abs. Oh, man, what's wrong with that? Jesus. People, I just feel like are so negative off the bat. You know, like if I feel like, if I was wildly stronger than somebody, and I felt like their form was actually real bad, right? And it needed correction, and I felt that I was in the place to do the correcting. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna jump in here. Dude, I would message that person privately, and I better be stronger than him, and my form better be dialed in. I better have the same build or know what I'm talking about when it comes to his particular build and leverages, and be like, hey man, I don't know if you wanted some help or not, but I have a few pointers if you want them. Like, I don't know. Like, I get it. Like, you put yourself out there and you post stuff online so people automatically are like, well, you're open to scrutiny. And sure, yeah, it's just like how it is. Me posting this stuff, I know that people can comment and go, you're full of crap, you're stupid, I don't like your stuff, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I totally get it. Fine, go ahead. But there's a part of me that's like, that's really though? That's what you want to do? You sure? Like, this is how you want to spend your time. Is this. Like, I don't know, I've commented before where I was benching one time. I think I did like a large and press single or something, I forget. But I'd thrown it back into the rack and back into those monolith arms, and the rack had like kind of tipped. And the guy was like, "Oh, your stuff's not bolted down." And there's a part of me that was like, "That's what you got?" I think I commented back, was like, that's what you got on the whole video. Like, out of everything you just saw, like, I gave very good effort. I hit a decent weight on what I think it was like a Larson or something. And that's what you got? That's crazy to me. That's absolutely wild to me that, like, your first thought was like, this guy's an idiot, doesn't pull his stuff down. Oh my Lord, dude. What are we doing? Like, our lives are so negative that, like, we can't find a positive in somebody else's stuff? Wow. It is wow. Let's get back to deadlifts. Weirdly, right on autopilot, when I stripped the weight off and I did the back up sets that we did the last block, technically I should not have a 25 on here, and I should have 3 45s. And it should be at like I think it's like 295, and right now we got 255. So a little error on my part, but I realized it halfway after the first set. I was like, man, that was really fast. And then after the second, I was like, let me go check. That's what I did. So we're under, but I'm not really gonna change it. I've already done my 2 sets. What are we gonna do? But I made the first 2 sets counts. I got the speed that I wanted to, and kind of made the best and made do with what we needed. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, we're not gonna now all of a sudden deadlift 60 pounds less of the meat because we forgot to add an extra 40 pounds to the bar 15 weeks out, 14 weeks out from the meet. So we're trying to make this one count. We're gonna do our 4. And we'll do them fast, just like we're supposed to. All right, well, we got 1 belt squat. Obviously, this is one more, it's like for a cable. I made this one. I made the one that like a normal belt squat that you would get on like an Amazon or somewhere that just connects to the rack. It's just like a basic lever. I made one of those, and then I also made a platform for the T-bar. So that way it can be up a little higher, or I can be up a little higher. Because I got the piece here, I'll show you. I got the collar that's supposed to be for like a T-bar, like one of these guys, that connects like onto the bar, and then that way you can clip on farther back. That way the bar's not pulling you over so much, and you're not trying to like straddle the plates. You kind of sit back a little bit on the bar. But I built the platform for that. Now, I did not come up with any of it. It's not my designs. I stole this design. I just made it a little bigger. And I've made it my own dimensions, but it's not my design. Neither one of those platforms are mine. I can't remember the dude's name off the top of my head, but I'll put it on the screen on who it was. And honestly, I didn't even make a video about making these because he's made videos and he does very well with those. I didn't feel like I should steal his content. And he's bigger than me, so I don't know. It's his stuff. So go check that stuff out. That's what I made. So far, this one is okay. I have not really used the other 2 more than like throwing a plate on or whatever. But this one's all right. He did it too, and I have to figure out my own way to do it because my rack's a little different. But I needed this to be anchored to the ground. Because a lot, like what happens is you kind of get on here, you get some weight, and then the platform wants to like come up and float. If you do not have your feet on the platform at all times. So I gotta find a way to kind of anchor it to here. I'm probably just gonna anchor it to where like these anchor bolts are supposed to go on the Smith machine anyways, and go from there. So. my main reason for wanting to do these, for one, I want something different. But I was doing split squats, which are great. But I kind of wanted a movement, honestly, that was going to be lower. That was just going to take away like compression on my spine. I wanted to take the weight off my back. And that's why belt squats are so good. Because you're able to take the load instead of on top of your back to do your legs. You're just going to put it right here in your hips. And that way your whole upper body doesn't really have work too much. You know what I mean? You're not under the load, you're not compressing your spine, all that stuff. I wanted that. That's what I wanted. That was the main goal of this. While still being able to get some lower body work. Just in a different way. You know, I don't know how much truth there is to it because I'm not smart enough to tell you. Again, at the end of the day, I'm not a doctor. I didn't study any of this stuff, just basically from experience. But Matt Winnings talked before about how this will decompress your spine. I kind of see it because, like, yeah, you do have weight here at the base and it does pull down, but there's nothing on your upper to pull you up. So, like, how is there decompression? Does that make sense? Like, if we do, like, we grab on a pull-up bar and we do a dead hang, we're having the force of gravity pull us down. And I understand we're not pulling up on the bar, but we're stuck to the bar with our arms. So we're kind of, in a way, fighting up against gravity, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Again, not the brightest guy in the world, but I understand the concept of it. With this, it is pulling us down, but like it's not pulling us down any more than like gravity will pull us down, if that makes sense, like throughout the day. If that's true, then we should be in a decompressed spine state all the time. But because we are being pulled to the ground constantly, and I understand there's more load, but if anything, it just makes our lower half more compressed, but it does not decompress our spine. Unless I'm dumb and I don't know what I'm talking about. No. That's the end train. Pretty decent, pretty well. Kind of honestly boring, seems like, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. The belt squats, I don't know. I got to make some improvements to it. I got to get used to the movement. That one in particular, I kind of got to it that last set. I'm just trying to feel out kind of like where I want it to go or where I want it to be. I would like that one to be a very like wide sit back style squat. Especially on a deadlift day. I just want to get some more like posterior chain work while still getting some type of quad work. I didn't want to add in like an RDL or something like that. I want it to be a squat movement. I just want it to be more posterior chain dominant than like a normal squat would be. So we got to figure out a way to anchor it down for sure. That's first on the list. We got to figure that out. Because without that, it's hard to set up. It's really goofy to set up that low. I got to figure out that too. Maybe there's a better way I can do that and go about that. But especially, yeah, like you have to like set up that low and then plant your feet before you pick any weight up because the platform kind of floats around. We'll figure that out. I'll anchor it down. I saw what he did to anchor his down to his rack. I think I'll follow something similar. It's just going to have to be different because my rack's different. So I think next week we're going to try out the other belt squat. We'll try the one connected to the rack. We'll see how we like that. The week after we'll try the one that's on the T-bar, like a landmine, almost like belt squat. And we'll try that. And we'll see which one we want to go forward with for like a block or two. And which ones maybe there's one we just don't like. Or maybe there's one we really like. And honestly, if I really like the one that's connected to the rack, I'm just going to buy one. But I had the wood and I had everything I needed. Like I had the hook and I had the pipe for it and all that stuff from previous projects I've done just around the house. So I I had everything I needed. That's why I just was like, heck with it. I'll just build it real quick. And if I like it, I'll buy a new one and replace it. But we're going to see how we like it. But other than that, that was it. I'm going to keep it short today. Keep it simple. Come back tomorrow. Wash myself tomorrow. Close grip. Triple. That'll be exciting, to be honest with you. Let me see. I'm supposed to do, let's see, last week I did 255 for a triple. I think, nope, sorry, I can't read. 225 for a triple. So, I don't know. I think we're going to try, we'll try like maybe like 240 or something like that for a triple. 235 for not feeling so great. 240 for feeling all right. 245 for feeling phenomenal. And then we'll do our back cuffs or whatever. That was funny. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Come back if you guys watched this far. Again, God bless you guys. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, hit like. If you like these type of videos, subscribe to my channel. I post these 5 times a week. I post other content the other 2, so I post every single day, a long form video that is. And I post a bunch of shorts of my lifts or whatever. But yeah, if you guys can subscribe and like the video, it helps my channel grow. It shows it to more people. I get more views, yada, yada, yada. You guys kind of understand how YouTube works. And if you don't like the video, comment below why you, never mind. Never mind. No, if you don't like it, comment below like what you think I could do better. If you really think my form is that bad and you feel the need to comment, then comment below that my form sucks and we can talk about it. Or if you'd like to see videos in a different context, a different way, please let me know. I'm open to it. But I just want to put myself out there and show like more normal training. I've talked about it before. I just want to show like what more I think normal guys look like working out. I'm a natural athlete. I'm a dad who just turned 30. I'm losing my hair and I have to wake up early to work out in this dingy garage. But it's great because I got more than what some people have, and I make the time to do it. So I kind of want to show that. But that's all I got for today. I'm going to head out of here. There's no outro. Video just kind of cuts off. We'll have to see you in the next one. So.